Now whip it good.
Oh, who celebrates Easter? Mr. With the Knights, Mr. Commandant.
Good morning.
Barely hanging on.
So, you know, we don't ever talk before these streams. We just come straight to the streams, right?
Yeah.
So, not in keeping with our conversations we were just having, do you want this to go from like the top of the cape to the bottom of the cape, the decal? Or do you want it in more?
Oh, the graphic?
Yeah.
Should be like the reference picture I sent with it.
I know, but my phone died and I don't have it.
I have to look that name of held in the chat. Says, hi everyone. Hello, sir.
Good morning. I have a mind's eye of what I think it's supposed to look like, but I don't trust that shit. It's wrong all the time. All the time.
You can see my screen.
Okay, so it fills up the top, but not the bottom.
Yep. Basically, it's like a quarter for open on the bottom.
It's going to be something like 3.5.
Did get the alternate bricking head finished up. These all sealed up, matted them out, glossed the eyes, glossed the tusk, glossed the snout.
Glossed the gloss stuff?
Yes. These all glossed. A little preview of it. Looks like on the figure here.
All right, I'll get on that tonight when we get off of here. Well, I'll probably go to bed after we get off here, but I updated my computer to Windows 11, and
It was asking that when I logged in down here. It's like, no. You told me before that Microsoft told me before this computer is not compatible with 11, so.
I turned on that little partnered security share nonsense and made it compatible, but I don't know. My graphics cards have been giving me problems running my secondary monitor.
I don't want to run Windows 11 on one machine. I got the other machine because I don't want Windows 11 because I need to run Adobe CS6 for work.
I'm pretty lucky. I didn't have to unplug the monitor today. It just blinked twice and kept on working. So.
Ooh. Knuck says, hey everyone.
I guess I'm lucky.
Knuck said it made it through the tornadoes here in Arkansas and nothing touched down near us. So that's good to hear, man. Glad everything's safe.
Oh.
Everybody else is too.
I remember them old days. I'm dealing with hurricanes and tornadoes all the time. Now I just have snow 5 or 6 times a year.
Well, isn't that special?
Could you imagine living like in the middle somewhere where you get the snow and the hurricanes and get far enough over to the side there till you get some earthquakes?
I believe I move.
Perfect place for live.
I believe I'll be moving. Eating the lower legs for thragging. Doing this Mr. Color Brown. I like it. It's a real dark shade. It matches up what I want. Still need to find me like a good replacement for Tester's Leather Brown.
I gotta find me a good replacement for Joanne Fabrics.
And the one up here is still open, but it's going out. It's got the going out business sign. I was there this week. I drove by there this week anyway. That's where Ross is at.
I guess I can go to Ross tomorrow. I have a pretty busy day tomorrow. I got so much stuff to do tomorrow. I told the wife, I was like, if I accidentally forget to take Sam to Kung Fu, don't get mad at me. There's a lot of moving parts.
Everybody was Kung Fu fighting. Fast as lightning. Tony's Figs, checking in, fam.
I'm just gonna point at the shirt.
Family, 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 family.
The shirt.
Now I dyed these lower legs black, and I'm going over it if it's really dark brown. Then they'll get a wash over top of that after that dries. Then dry brush leather brown. Well, I need to find a good replacement for the Tester's Leather Brown. So I like how that looks over doing fur, brown fur. That's the last color I use.
The boots with the fur.
Very much so.
I heard the microwave downstairs. I wonder what they're doing. I bet if I went down there, I'd get a bunch of that minding my own business.
Me.
It's my phone. It's the environment I have bred.
Inbred. What?
I have created.
Still didn't get around to reviewing that Maximum Spider-Man yet. Still
No?
Yeah.
Capital S slacking.
I am. Well, I was working on other stuff. But plus, I was like watching the back of my eyelids earlier too, and that was very enjoyable.
It's always rough. I miss that shit.
Went to a local con yesterday too, and hung out with some guys I know. Ate at a all-you-can-eat pizza buffet and ate, carb loaded, and got home and passed out. Party on, Darth.
Hell yeah.
Put the broken head on a stick. Put it on a stick.
You know, when I was younger, I liked that guy, but as I got older, he just annoyed the teetotal shit out of me.
It's a ventriloquist. Like when you're younger, you like ventriloquists. When you get older, like you don't.
But
At least that was for me. Like I enjoyed a ventriloquist when I was growing up, but now it's like, man.
My parents' mentality, my mom and my sister's mentality, they love that shit. I think it's hilarious.
Well, it's like sleight of hand stuff. It's like once you realize what it is, it's like it's either in your sleeve or something other. I don't give a crap. So epoxy, you want to put a little bit more on this. Like I was talking earlier before the stream, been chasing getting the seam line out from this extension here. I'm just going to have to coat the front of it with epoxy.
The conversation we absolutely did not have before the stream.
Yes, that one.
We wouldn't do that. We wouldn't show up late because we were chit-chatting.
Need much. Sector 2813. Sector 2813 says evening, fellas.
What do you think, Sector? Does that look all right? I think that's the best looking version of it. What's this material? I can't remember. I only got two colors, blue and blue.
The blue one or blue two?
Do you want a blue one or blue two? Blue one.
Not the same. Sector says, oh yeah, I like that blue.
I bet I could make a jam up tunic out of this stuff.
He says that he likes that blue and it's very cool.
Maybe we didn't have that discussion about the capes.
He said perfect length for not dragging behind him and not too short.
Trying to make the cheapo depot capes, you know. Oh, do I not have anything to do?
What about Solarian's cape?
Oh, yeah, that's right. But let's get my co-star on the screen here.
Man, I wish that chameleon figure came out before I made the Solarian because I like that torso on chameleon a lot. I did all that work to make it Red Skull style torso look good, and it still does look a lot better than it did. I like how wide the chameleon torso is.
You know, you could just replace it. He's already blue.
I don't want. I think I'll make a new belt. I can swap the legs and arms probably pretty easily, but
very easy. Probably just heat and pop.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go get that glass of tea.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Good for your throat.
Yeah.
Now I'm in fighting this. The problem is when this middle section is all epoxy. When you sand, you end up getting this will sand down faster than the soft plastic on the parts, and you end up getting low spots in a seam. So I'm going to actually dig this down a little bit and basically re-sculpt it back. This is a robotic arm. Extended it. This is the length it was, and that's the length it is now. Before and after for this guy. So I'm actually going to basically here in a second Dremel down this a little bit more and re-sculpt it with epoxy. Tired of chasing it. It's like you can't be there if it's gone. There we go. Cut out the majority of that. A little bit more to be safe. Alright. It is officially down lower than the epoxy. So now we've put the epoxy back over top of it. Recreate it. Not perfect, not right. Yeah, nothing's ever perfect. You know, I'm just trying to. It's one of those things where It's too obvious. It was like built up right there. I gotta get rid of it. It must be some heck of a tea. Let's see. What you working on? I got the lower legs to your breeching. I finished up those. These got to be sealed now. They're painted up. And your feet. I got the upper torso, back piece sealed. I got the alternate head sealed up, finished up. You sealed up, dual coat it, then I put gloss on the eyes and on the tusk. And like I said, the upper torso sealed. So I started getting the red on the waist. Got the upper legs primed. Got the hands sealed, and those are done. He's coming together.
Sorry, I run into my sailor wife.
Mm-hmm. But this piece here is actually toward my villain, dragon. I'm resculpting the arm. I extended it.
Like what my son made me.
Oh, nice.
I think these are supposed to be teeth.
Like no, it's Lego, but like with Minecraft, like it's those things that what do you call it? That grab you and eat you. Mimic.
That's good tea.
I wonder if he's. I was saying it must be some good tea taking you so long getting back up here.
The wife ambushed me.
That's what I figured what happened.
So, yeah, we talked about a few things.
Mm-hmm.
She tried to sabotage the stream and tell me to go to bed.
She ever ask you, have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight?
Yeah, she's like, I see your eyes drooping. I know you're tired.
As long as you haven't got to the tired phase yet. Tired is one thing, but when you get to
Hard.
That's when it's really time to hit the sack.
I need to iron it.
There they are. Too much headlight.
Excuse me.
You were dropped on the head as a child.
What's that?
Me too. We make excuse for you.
It's probably abuse, not the.
That's what we always used to do. When somebody says, excuse me, growing up, it's like, you were dropped on the head as a child. repeatedly.
You're not falling, are you? Yeah, you're falling. Don't fall. You can't hear that, can you?
But
The fan?
nope.
Wonderful. So I'm giving an ironing before we start measuring on it and stuff, so that it'll be flat. And when we have it all sewn together, it won't be one half of it won't be bigger than the other half of it. There's two capes are typically 2-ply. My capes are 2-ply.
Sounds like a solid plan.
I mean, if not, then they'll look like them ugly McFarlane capes. When that terrible seam on the inside of the cape.
What? McFarlane not doing something that's like really excellent work?
Look, I am proud that he has cloth capes. I really am. But man, they are ugly. Although I might be spoiled.
Well, it's up enough where
Ugly. They don't have to be.
I think I have it where now I can actually, once that sets up, I can sand it to the shape I want. It's clean it up and sand them, and finally get rid of that damn seam line. All that thing.
And so all I'm adding to the fabric to get the wrinkles out of it is water. The water relaxes the fibers to allow the heat to pull the wrinkles out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you've never had to iron anything before.
Gloss. My gloss. A little bit of gloss onto the red. So mask it off. ones, you know.
Did I pattern a cape for a Solarian?
Maybe. We were talking about using that Mezco figure as the basis for it. The Dr. Whatnot, Watchman.
Let me go get the red skull. I think I'm gonna have to do some work.
This Pro Acrylic paint's much like a Citadel, so it's not very durable, so I'm putting a little bit of clear lacquer over it so I can mask it up this area off without inking off the red paint. Just wait a little bit for it to dry. Not a whole lot.
Ta-ta. Good tea. Oh. I did pull him off of my skeleton shelf.
You Red Skull.
Yeah. I'm thinking about pulling Skeletor too.
Is he a skeleton?
But not scared to look. What skeleton deserves to be on the skeleton shelf? I don't know. I can't put it into words, but like that guy said about porn, you know, I know it when I see it. So I got the fabric. I need to get.
Just so you know, when you get the dragon waist piece like this, I haven't done any sanding yet, so it's still rough.
So don't post pictures of it on social media about how you're crappy prep work and all that stuff.
Yeah. It's me, it's Ernest T. Let's see. I'll make the eyes on this one. I got my purple eyeballs in that you sent me on now to paint eyes. No,
I don't have my phone. So how do you want his cape?
Oh, your doctor, what's his name from Mexico, with the skull mask.
So, do you want it down to his calves, or do you want it down to his feet?
Calves.
Let me scoot it over a little bit. So you want it to his calf, or you want it to his calf? His calf, or calf number 1, calf number 2.
Number 1.
Number 1. Man, why do you like these short capes? I mean, you and Sector, the capes are supposed to be all the way to the ground, to where they're like bunched up on the ground like this, and then they're supposed to be wide, like this, so they can like wrap all the way around.
That's not what he is, though. See?
So the here and and you want it to be like this wide?
What do you mean this wide? Where's your finger at? You're off screen. You're off screen.
No, I'm not.
Majority of you are off screen. I can only see one arm.
He got one arm off screen.
The width of his arms.
Okay, so
Not a wide cape.
so the width of his arms.
Not stuck out that far. The Sector says it's a cape, not a snuggie.
It's both. Capes were initially designed to keep people warm, like jackets. They're precursors to jackets. Dang, man, that's only like... two inches at the top.
Remember, it's got to come over the front and it's got to have a short collar on it. What we were talking about? Remember the doctor, what's his name from Mexico?
Nocturnal.
Dr. Nocturnal.
So I'm going to say 3.5 inches on the bottom. Just find a piece of paper. So one. We just want it to go around his neck, though. No real.
You what?
Yeah, we don't want it to dip down onto his chest like this.
Not too far. Just a little bit on the front.
Just like on the shoulders, right?
But it goes around the front of this.
Nothing on the shoulders?
It goes on the shoulders. It wraps around the front of the neck.
Yeah.
It's very short around the neck. Around the neck. Like Dr. Nocturnal, but don't come down that far.
Yeah, Nocturnal had it all the way down to his
Basically, his collarbone where we're going to.
We'll say to the front of his oh. Nice.
Very very short collar.
Okay, so calf 1 is going to be 4.5. And this is after seam allowance, so it's gonna have to be longer. And we said 3.5 wide at the base and 2 dead wide at the top. That encompasses his shoulders, I believe. Maybe 1.5 inches. Say 1.5 inches. Wide at the top, wide at the base. It's 4.5 long. I think that's it. The neck hole will be situated in the dead center of the 1.5 inches. So half of 1.5 inches is 3/4. On the front there. I did finish watching Daredevil today.
Oh yeah. Now, what do you think overall about spoilers?
That's, the last episode is the weakest episode. I don't know. I just wanted more. I didn't get it.
Well, they're already shooting season 2, so.
And he should have been a lot more upset with all the murder. All right, so what did we say? We didn't say 4.5. We said 4.25, right?
What? Listen.
Go too much. So I'm not fighting that piece of metal there. Oh, it is 4.5. Well, you know what they say: measure twice, cut once, right? Get our center here. So I have a point of reference for straight up and down. Oops, boop. So 4.5. Three. So 1.5. 1.5 is 3. 1.5 is a quarter. So it's 1 3/4. 1 3/4 is half of 3.5. Cannon, where are you at? One 3/4.
And keep moving.
3.5. So the top is 3/4. I think that needs to be a taper, but not actual taper. So that's a I'll say a 3/8 off of the inch for his neck hole. So the neck hole is right there, and I don't know, we might be safe. Although I think this needs to be rounded. For our design lines. So it's not as abrupt change in direction as it's sitting on the figure. So we'll round the edges, right? Just like we're gonna round the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
We'll round the top as well. That's the next one. It's going to be just shy of the outer edge of his arms.
Sweet.
So like as it's laying, it's going to be like right there.
Mm-hmm.
So just shy of his arms. That's what you like?
Yep.
Oh no, my co-host. Okay, so that was really easy. Although I am really tired, so it might not come out right. But we need to round these corners a little bit. All right, now we cut. Good. Good.
You what? You saying something to me?
I just keep saying good because it's coming out right.
No. You get focused on paint and I kind of tone stuff out. For a second I thought you was trying to get my attention. Not on purpose toning stuff out. It's just you're not paying attention to what you're painting. You'll be sloppy.
Not on purpose, but on accident.
Mm-hmm. Hey, what we left to do is mask off these husks and airbrush them like I did the other one. And seal it when it's done. And I'll be right back. Are these missing?
I'll tell you guys a secret while he's gone. It ain't tea. It's something completely different. Oh, look at that. Huh.
Look who's back. Back again.
Katie's back. Tough from men. Rub my back, rub my back, rub my back. So I have enough scrap here to make a model of the cake to see how it's going to work.
Huh, cool.
Isn't that exciting?
Mm-hmm.
Paper can only tell you so much.
So, looking at I put the Bruted head on unmodified Ursa Major body. It just looks so weird with the giant head and tiny little legs. Ursa Major's got some. You got tiny legs.
You got no legs, Lieutenant Dan?
I'm quite happy with those eyes, though.
Oopsies.
Oopsies.
Yeah, I didn't quite get that in the middle. That's okay, we're just testing. One scrap fabric. Stuff we was gonna throw away anyway.
Mm-hmm. Good deal.
I do believe that's big enough. Oh, don't drop it. Now, of course, this is not, doesn't have a collar. I suppose we can make a collar really, really fast.
Just checking since you're very tired. I know this is a throwaway cape. Remember his kicks was gray?
Who's really tired?
You. You told me you were.
When I was downstairs talking to the wife, I was having a lot of trouble focusing. I was trying to tell her something important, but I just could not get the words out.
That's why I was like, just double checking since you're really tired. Yeah, this cape's gray. What the heck?
This fabric seems to really like the glue, so there's that. I started watching The Resident, I think is the name of it.
Okay.
It's some rando gets murdered at the White House during a state dinner, and they got to figure it out before they let people go home. When you have foreign dignitaries, it's can be quite the pickle. But I watched the first episode of it, and I was like, hey, this is good. But you have to keep in mind, I'm a very easy lay for murder mysteries. And having a bunch of people in one room and we're trying to figure out which one person in that room is the murderer is like my favorite genre. My favorite type of murder mystery.
I was thinking about that.
Knives Out, that kind of thing.
No, there's a little skit that back when Family Guy was actually funny. When I watched it. Like making fun of Craigslist, like dating things. Like the guy answers the door, like, I wonder which one of us is the murderer.
Come on, baby. Do that thing I like.
Before I paint the rest of it blue, I'm painting the edge of my tape seam red. So when I do paint blue, I'll have a clean line. So what's seeping underneath the tape right now is red.
I think it's too much in the chest.
Oh. Dude, I think it's about that. It's about right.
You don't think it's too low?
Nope. There's going to be an emblem going on that piece. Right in front of the chest.
What?
There's a little emblem that goes on that chest piece. Like a brooch, like a ornamental, like royalty looking thing with filigree.
Brooch?
Yes. So that looks about right, dude.
Yeah. It's really the collar that really sets it off, right?
Mm-hmm.
Stupid camera never wants to focus on any fucking thing except for the t-shirt.
Yeah, I like it. Good length. Good front and back. Like a cape for short cape for royalty. Not like a long flowing cape. I dig it. Yep.
So, oh no. So I'm gonna just wire just the whole way. So it's gonna be all the way around.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is kind of cheating. This is a really a high knit fabric kind of fabric.
Yeah.
So it wants to lay down. The cotton's not going to all lay down.
You got something. What other kind of materials you got in gray?
I don't have any jersey knit in gray. I got blue and blue.
Okay. But is all your grays just cotton? No any faux leather or anything like that?
Oh. Let me get it out. Let me see. I got a lot of different colors. Smells like rawhide.
Who almost like rawhide?
See. Oh, here we go. This is what color you want it, right?
I can't see. Silver? No.
Oh, it's teal. So we got brown.
Look silver on the screen.
I got this is gray. I don't think it's nowhere near dark enough. Purple. Are you able to see this as a color?
Tan?
With it laying down?
I see tan.
What color is that?
Reddish orange.
Oh, it's red.
Dagobi red.
Dagobi red, that's right.
What's that color on top there?
This is a gray, but it's really light.
Oh, I mean on top of the red.
Blue.
On the screen it looks gray.
See, this is really dark gray. This is the gray I was going to use. Significantly darker.
Yeah.
Blue, blue, red, red. It only has those two grays. I haven't used any of the gray either. I got yellow. You want?
No.
They only gave me one sheet of black, and I used the entirety of it to make that jacket. This jacket's not going to call. This cape's not going to call for very much. Although using the leather, I'm not going to be able to make, leather. It's going to have a liner that's not leather.
I think I like that dark cotton on top best.
That's what I was going to use.
Just before you get into I didn't want to.
Did you want a different color liner? It's got to have, it's got to be two-piece. So
yeah,
if you want the inner to be a different color, that's fine.
What that gray? It's on top of that red right there, but you got stacking out in your hand there. You see that next to the dark. That wouldn't look too bad. Have the lighter one in as the liner.
You want the leather to be a liner?
Oh, that's leather?
Yeah.
Oh, no, never mind.
What's that? I can do it, but it's going to look weird.
Yeah, I thought it was fabric.
The liner fabric, like actual fabric that's liner, I only have two. And it's black and one's green. There's not a lot of options with that. But like I said, any color fabric I have, I can use to make the liner.
Yeah. If I was going to have the liner be any other color, it'd be like a slightly, maybe like lighter shade of gray than what you got there.
I'll start over there.
If I was going to have the liner be any other color, it would be like a slightly lighter shade than the outer gray.
I do.
But if that's not necessary. It can just be black. Nerd 101. Hi everyone. Good to see. Great to see a large crowd in the chat. Yeah, thank you for joining us tonight.
So can you see the difference in this? It's very, very minor. Maybe like 5 shades, 3 shades.
I think that'd be perfect. Just the. It's one of those things like, is it? You look at it, it's like, Taylor's a little bit different shade, but it's, yeah, I like that.
It is very minor.
Yeah, I like that though.
I think that's the only. Well, I had more. Trying to sell those Mesco figures again, and boy, they just nobody wants them. I'm kind of asking, like, individually, I'm asking for a higher price.
Yeah.
Because I want to sell them all at once to one person. But I have all 3 of them, like, as a lot, for like $100 a piece.
Dar's asking if anybody's planning on watching the Thunderbolts.
I am.
Maybe, I don't know.
I will watch it. I don't know if I'll go to the theater and watch it, but
Well, going to the theater, absolutely not.
I never watched the Madam Web or Craven.
I think you made a good call on it, Madam Web.
It's on Netflix too, man. All I gotta do is sit on the couch.
I think you're still making a good call not watching it.
And Craven is also on Netflix too. You just gotta sit on the couch and watch it. It's free. But I just
Craven, that could be. If I'm bored enough, I'll watch it. I'll never watch Madam Web.
no matter how attractive that lead star is.
Mm-hmm. Dar says he's planning on watching in the theater, the Thunderbolts.
Yeah, Thunderbolts is. I'm definitely gonna watch it. I think they're trying to make movies again.
Yeah.
I think they understand now that they can in fact do wrong, and that they will have to just put effort into things. They can't just slop it and go.
Well, they got arrogant there. They said we're Disney. We can make. They literally were telling people like this stuff's popular because we made it, not because the Avengers are popular. Captain America's popular. When they were sticking to the closer to like comic book style stories, they did so much better.
I think the Guardians of the Galaxy was the downfall. That was like one of the main characters is a talking raccoon, and
well,
don't worry about it. It's gonna be successful.
Well, that's the first one they really deviated a whole lot from the comics.
And then what was the name of that? The Immortals?
Eternals.
Oh, the Eternals. The Eternals happened, and that hurt them. They didn't sell any toys. They didn't sell any movie tickets.
Well, they thought they could just make any property in Marvel popular, and nobody gives a crap about Eternals. I'm a huge comic book fan. I have 8,000 comic books. I don't have a single Eternals book.
How many Iron Man comic books you get?
I count, but I got quite a few. I have to check my database.
I have quite a few.
I have more Hulk and Superman than anything.
I'll tell you something that's never happened to me before. I went to my comic book store.
And you didn't want to buy an Iron Book?
He didn't have any for me to buy. He's like, I just looked in your box and it's empty. He said, I went over there to look to see what we got today and there's nothing. I said, you don't have anything for me to buy? He says, trust me, nobody's more unhappy about this than me.
They mishandled Marvel Comics like crazy too. Like during like the start point of the MCU, they should have been working with Disney and whoever, like in the movies, doing companion stories as comics that would have got people to come to the comic book shops, buy the books. But no, what they do? Killed off everybody or replaced everybody as soon as the MCU started. All new Marvel. Look, are you stupid?
No, man. Look, that's all. The movies and the comic books.
Well, the movies would get people interested in the characters that show up in the comic book shop. Like, hey, you got any books in this? Then you go up. I want an Iron Man book. Oh, we get this Riri Williams book.
You know where 70% of their money comes from?
Gaming.
From what?
Role playing gaming.
No.
Selling back issues.
No.
To,
I'm telling you, the movies and the comic books are a test bed for what the actual moneymaker is. They just introduce and debut stuff there. The comic books beget the movies, and then the movies beget the fucking theme parks. The theme park is where Disneyland is, where they make 70% of all their revenue.
Well, the thing is though, Disney didn't have the rights to the Marvel characters for the theme parks. Universal did.
I know, but they do now.
Darcy's got the entire Turtles wave really cheap. Always has been trying to clearance that stuff out. I noticed recently. They've been setting up the regular price for the Eternals figures are $7.99. People still not buying them. But
they're still Eternals and Wakanda Forever figures.
Yep. They made way too many Eternals figures. I don't know Hasbro, what they were smoking, thinking, or Disney made Hasbro do it, or whoever Hasbro in charge decided the decision. Let's make a ton of Eternals. This is going to be a hit.
Yeah, they thought it was going to be a hit. They thought it was going to be the next big thing. They thought it was going to be like Avengers money or Guardians of the Galaxy money, and the movie flopped, and then the toys, nobody wanted the toys. Nobody. They clearanced out of everywhere. They clearanced out of Ross. They clearanced out of fucking Ollie's, everywhere. Nobody wants that shit. MCUs are, they don't sell they sell well. Of course, they're making money off of them, but the market's smaller.
I did see an interview where they thought they thought Disney is the reason why people are coming to see the Marvel stuff. That's why they thought they can just turn a no-name property like Eternals and turn it into a huge success.
I think the Eternals were going to be the X-Men.
Then
they were trying to find an X-Men movie.
Yeah, for some reason they were going to do it with Inhumans. Then some reason somebody in Disney didn't like the Inhumans, so they made that horrible TV movie and then released it in the theater. then just push the Inhumans off onto the Shield TV show.
Which is better than nothing. You know, if you're an Inhumans fan.
What gets me, like, knowing what a absolute failure the Inhumans movie was, why would you... They should have just wrote that off as an alternate. They got the multiverse stuff. Just let it be a multiverse thing. But they made that the major plot point for the Captain America 4. The giant Eternal sticking out of the Earth.
Oh, the Celestial?
Celestial, I mean, yeah.
I know, and they call it adamantium. That's
supposed to be super rare material. You got a freaking island of it. A continent of it.
How are they going to explain Wolverine being 100-something years old?
Yeah, exactly.
200, 300 years old.
Well, they're going to do the multiverse stuff. Why it makes no sense even having that Eternal. They're going to do multiverse, just say that was part of the universe, because that was a horrible, horrible idea. You know, I don't know what it is. There for a 10-year period of time, all these of them science fiction things, the Earth is some kind of freaking egg.
Easy way to explain an extinction level event, I guess.
You had 2 Transformers properties where Earth was Unicron. You had multiple science fiction cartoons where the Earth was basically an egg with an like a celestial type being in it.
See, you got that masked off. You're not trusting yourself to paint a straight line? What's going on?
Well, it's easier this way.
Come on, you can paint a straight line. You can do it.
Yeah. Still got slung blue paint onto the fur part. I gotta fix.
Are you saying you didn't mask enough?
No, it dripped off the brush apparently. They made Eternals figures than the first retro card Spider. More Eternals figures than the first retro card Spider-Man figures. Yeah, that's crazy. I have no idea what they were thinking when they were making that many of the Eternals figures. It's like nobody knows these characters. Nobody's gonna give a crap.
I wonder if anybody's going to care about Bob. What about Bob?
Yeah. They'll care more about the movie from the Bill Murray movie than they will that one.
And to be fair, they better.
Yes. What about Bob was a great movie. I
Drove that man fucking crazy. Poor guy.
Oh.
I'm not gonna lie, if one of my patients showed up at my vacation home, I'd be a little bit out of shape as well.
Well, truth be told, even the family should have thought that was weird. And it was like, you are a psychologist, and when your crazy patients can't follow you on vacation, that is a major red flag.
No. They're all like, oh, he's so fun and charming and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh.
What they say about all the crazy.
As soon as we got back to normalcy, we'd have the family meeting about that shit. Luckily, if I tell my wife we're at the grocery store or something, I'd be like, I know him from work. She knows that means avoid. So I spent all that time ironing the fabric and didn't even use that fabric I ironed.
Hey, you're tired.
So here we are, ironing some more. It's okay, ironing's alright. It's not bad. If you want to get into sewing, love ironing because you can do a lot of it.
Then we failed to say, yeah, that's when you call the cops when Bob shows your patient from your psychiatric patient practice shows up at your vacation spot.
Well, I mean, he fucking did call the cops. They loved Bob too. Dreyfus was being a dick. It's like, man, that's some bullshit. Which when I was young when I watched the movie, so I was like, yeah.
It's movie logic, so.
But watching it as an adult, I'm like, it's true.
That's how you end up getting
divorced.
Well, or inviting a crazy person to stay in your house is how you end up being chopped up to death in your sleep.
Yeah, I mean, has nobody watched Patch Adams? God dang. I saw pre-orders go up for War, so that's exciting.
War?
Yeah.
What's what? War what?
This War.
Oh, by who? By what?
It's the same people that made Death.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Clem Toys. You know Death.
Oh yeah. I was kind of thinking that might be what you were talking about. As soon as you said that.
100%. He's on my video game show. Well, my video game section is 3 shelves. I got Death and Doom Guy, The Witcher, Master Chief, Ezio, Cade 6, Excalibur, Brawl, Raynor from StarCraft, Illidan,
Your Earthworm Jim?
Mega Man X, Mario, Luigi, Alucard from Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Link from A Link to the Past.
No Earthworm Jim?
No, I didn't enjoy Earthworm Jim.
I
I do look to add to this shelf this year. I'm looking for a Solid Snake from Metal Gear Solid, the first one.
I saw there's a third-party company doing Solid Snake.
Yeah, they had nothing but 3D renders up, and
Oh, they showed pictures on 5K Toys Instagram. It's got soft goods.
is it the? I don't have my phone. It's Solid from Metal Gear Solid, or is it
I don't know. I never played the game.
Venom from like Metal Gear Solid 5?
Never played the game. I don't know. I'll pull it up for you.
I'm gonna go get my phone. I can't be so.
5K Toys. There you go. You see him? And he left. Sector at the, I think that figure might be on 5K too. I know it's on Bombus B. One you was talking about earlier.
I went and got my phone.
Yeah, I had a picture up as I was talking to nobody on the screen. So.
Oh no. I keep getting notifications of people liking that poncho.
Badges. Ponchos. We don't need no dingy ponchos. Does look like a good. The poncho looks great. Yeah, I think it. If you use like, we'll go back like when getting the cops caught on Bob and What About Bob? A lot of movies from back in the day is like, you know, most of these people would just go to jail for what they're doing. Like typical 80s bully movies. Yeah, those are major assault. Like Karate Kid 2, wasn't like attempting to kill that girl. Japan police force don't fool around either. They don't like nobody messing around with things. You know, the 80s bullies were like attempted murder. It's like, yeah, you can't just say that's bullying. You're trying to kill somebody. Um,
I still haven't made it to 5K's page.
you even got your phone to look at the solid state on 5K, and you still haven't got there.
I sent some stuff to my paint guy, and he had sent me a message. I answered the message, and he immediately responded to it. So I've been talking to him instead of doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Tea.
Yeah, if he ever wants to come on here, he's more than welcome.
My niece says there's spicy lemonade coming.
Mr. John?
I don't know. I don't know if that's a thing I'm ready for.
Spicy what now?
Spicy lemonade?
Yeah. What I would say is, like, if you got the guy that does your painting, if he wants to come on, he's more than welcome.
Can you see it?
Drop a can of spicy lemonade. What's in it to make it spicy?
Real lemons and cane sugar.
What makes it spicy?
Like I said, last time I checked, they didn't make shit spicy.
Makes it tart, not spicy. So I clicked the search button, and that's immediately what popped up. 5K?
No.
Solid state?
I sent it to you.
Oh.
I got sidetracked again. Okay. Toy, there we are. I made it.
Should be the third post, early draft.
Is this the Kraken guy, the one that alts as Punisher?
We got the Punisher one. Then you got the Kraken is a different one. That's the snake.
No, they're both called Kraken.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're both called Kraken.
Why are they both called Kraken?
Fuck. To fuck me over, I guess?
Yeah.
But that's the wrong snake. I'm looking for Solid. I think that's Big Boss. It might be Venom. I think Venom has the red hand.
Got the tusk ready for airbrushing now.
Are you gonna get any of these X-Co-Can Studio Spider-Man looking guys?
It's the we were talking about those. Past 2 weeks on the stream, we looked at those. The articulation looks very interesting on that thing. I want to see it how it moves. Oh, for what we're talking about, everyone. It's got segmented pectoral muscles where they would crunch together forward instead of like just a standard like a diaphragm joint, but even butterfly joints. And the ab section is like segmented too, so it should move really well in theory. Separate neck pieces too. Looks pretty good.
It looks kind of model kitty.
Hello Kitty.
Yeah, model kitty, model kit, model kitty. I see they're re-releasing Ahab, which is Venom Snake. The one with the red hand and the shrapnel sticking out of his head.
Okay. I'll take your word on it because I don't know anything about those games.
So there was a third party Solid Snake that I was looking for. That I was looking at. It is infinite ammo.
Name of Hell's asking, what do you think about the Dr. Doom Iron Man figure? I think it was on either Gundam or Bombus B. Have you seen that one?
Oh yeah. A while ago. It's too Tech On. You know that Tech On Iron Man and Captain America and all those? SH figure arts made. It's too similar to that. It's too Gundam-y. So, see, this is what he looks like.
Ah, okay.
But all they have is renders. You know, they don't have any. If they'd have shown me plastic, I probably would have pre-ordered it.
you want to put a little brown in that.
Oh. Just pre-order now until April 7th to get a $20 discount. Didn't quite make it. But they do have pictures up of him, an actual like plastic model of him.
Mm-hmm.
He looks all right. $70 would have been a much better deal. I'm probably just gonna use one of my mini figures that I have and get like a steel blue spandex, make a bodysuit, and then buy one of those kits. Paint it dark blue. Liquid Mystique. Weird.
Just what do you think of the new Marvel Legends Berthal Punisher figure? Also, did you pre-order? I didn't pre-order it. I was gonna order it through Amazon, but it sold out fast on Amazon. So, but I think it looks better than the original. It's an upgrade. But Darth last week pointed out the only thing with both Daredevil and Punisher, and there's actually a lot of new Marvel Legends coming out, they don't have matching sets of hands. You're not getting one of each style hand. Which is weird. I didn't notice that until he pointed it out. He's like, oh, yeah.
Well.
I was busy and with work when the pre-order went up and it sold out fast.
$15 a yard. Choo.
Solid snake material.
No, well, that's what I'm looking for, but they're not having the color. I don't like that. Football pants spandex? What the hell is that?
And they definitely didn't give New Puncher much weaponry. A knife, a hatchet, and a Glock with an extended mag. That's it. No rifles. My shoulders are killing me, especially my right one right now.
You get nothing with that Punisher and you like it.
That's basically what they're saying. It is an upgrade over the original figure, but I don't see the Daredevil being that much of an upgrade. You get a diaphragm joint instead of an ab crunch, but that's basically it.
Although the axe, the pistol, and the thing, it's pretty
Yeah, I heard it's very accurate to the show.
yeah, very accurate to what he uses. He'd also need a shotgun. Does he have a shotgun?
He does not have a shotgun.
Ah, he needs a shotgun. He fuck some motherfuckers up with a shotgun. No quarter was given. What is jumbo spandex? Can I search by color? What is gray blue called? Ugh.
Still got bleed.
Oh, it's called blue gray.
Just red.
I think satin soft blue is the way to go.
I agree.
Oh no, it's trying to give me satin fabrics. I don't want a satin fabric. Mochi. The fucking mochi. That is a beautiful blue color. Silky spandex. I don't need it to be silky. I need it to be. This is gonna be painful. Shiny satin stretch. It can't be shiny and satin at the same time. I think that's the right color. It's just shiny. got that shit in that.
I noticed something a lot of big YouTubers I've been watching lately. The automotive and how to and woodworking and all this stuff like that. They changed their thumbnail within the first day of they publish a video. They'll sometimes, a lot of times, multiple times.
Like for their channel?
Yeah. For a video they put up, like they'll change the thumbnail to the video like multiple times.
That's just probably getting clicks.
Yeah, I guess people thinking it's a new video and it's the same video. Kenny Potter in the chat. Hey guys, what's up? Having a good Easter? Everybody's been a good day. I hope everybody else has been having a good day. Happy Easter. We are now past the 2-hour mark. I think it's going to be time to call it night. Everybody in the chat, thank you for coming out and hanging out with us. If you're just getting here, apologize. We've been on for 2 hours, 3 minutes, almost 4. Don't count what we were chit-chatting before. But this week, I will be doing a Batmobile build. I don't know if I'll do it Tuesday or Thursday. I might move those to Thursdays on the off weeks. Just to be a little easier.
Easier to keep track of?
Yep. That way we're always putting the content out on a Thursday. Doing a stream. But anyway, everyone have a good night. Happy Easter. Mr. Don, thank you for coming out and hanging with me tonight.
Absolutely. Glad you're happy.
And we'll catch you next time. Later.
Good night.